I'd like to talk a bit and share some tips about reproducibility while working with data and in the specific context of spreadsheets. And this is similar to the scientific principle, where if someone says, you take substance A, substance B, and put them together in this way, you should get substance C. I should be able to recreate and reproduce the same thing running the same steps. Okay, so we're going to do this with data and see how this concept applies. So I have here three copies of the same data. Okay, and I'm going to split those strings, but I'm going to use three different approaches. Okay, so the first approach is the manual approach, where you use the tools and menus you have. So we have something called split text to columns. Okay, and I want to split these by the space. Okay, so I had this data here. Now it's split exactly the way I want by spaces. The second approach is using a formula. You can say this is equal to split this thing by the space character, and you have things split here. And to apply this for everything else, you can just drag this or double click. I created a special conditional formatting where if there is a formula in a cell, it just highlights it in this color, so we know what's going on. It's simple. There's this is formula function, and you run it over here. It's false. This is not a formula. Okay, just so we can visually differentiate them. The third approach is, yes, we are going to split this by this character, the space, but I'm going to use something called array formula. Okay, this means use this same formula on an array and not on just a single character, a single cell. So this is going to be applied to all of these. Okay, now the result here is exactly the same result as this one, but as you can see, I have one formula and not one per line. Okay, now the first difference that I want to highlight here is that in these two approaches, we still have the original data and we have the new processed data. Here, we lost the original data. So imagine just opening this spreadsheet and trying to figure out what's going on. It's difficult. Is this missing? Or is this correctly not there? Because these are sentences. Something ends with a dot, a period. Something doesn't. I don't know. Here, you don't know what this is, but you can come here and see, oh, okay, so this is a formula that works on this and does these things. And this is an array formula that works on the whole array and handles it for me. Now, one important thing in why we are using formula and not the manual approach is preventing mistakes. So imagine I do this by mistake. Nothing happens, and life goes on. Let me just undo this. But let's try to do this over here. So just a reminder, let's say you have a formula here that this is equal to this cell. So if this is 4, I hit enter, it becomes 4. If this becomes 9, now once I hit enter, this is going to update. So this becomes 9. Now you know this already. So let's change something here. Oops, what happened here? So I was able to enter this text, but there's something wrong here. The array result was not expanded because it would overwrite data in E13. Okay, so now if I made some mistake and this affects other data in my sheet, I get this warning. So I know that either I should move this somewhere else or just delete it, and now this cell updated. And as you can see, things are back to normal. It's even better here because this formula is responsible for all of this range. So if I do something here or here, it also warns me. Okay, and it's just one place to handle a formula instead of 4 or 5 or 4 or 5,000. Okay, now once we've done this, we want to do some further analysis. So I'd like to count the values over here. So I'm going to use this function, value counts, of these cells. I just want to count them. So the word and occurs 4 times, I 3, like, colors, blue, and as you can see, there are 2 blues here. Okay, one is capital and one is lowercase and one is capital, uppercase. So if I'd like to count all the blues as the same thing, I need to turn all these into lowercase or uppercase. So I can go back here to this formula, okay, and say lower, and this changes everything to lowercase, and now I have only 1 blue over here. Okay, so now we have a sequence of steps. 1, to split into the lowercase of all of these strings, and then to count the values with this formula. So things are transparent, it's clear what I'm doing, and if I made a mistake or I want to change my mind, I can definitely do so. Now, let's look again here. We still have blue, comma, because over here the delimiter was the space, and yes, it was correctly split by space and comma, because comma is part of this word, although it's not what we wanted. So what we can do again is come here to this formula and add the comma to our delimiter. So if you have a comma or a space, split there, and now blue becomes 3. So we also have a period and a question mark, and we can add these here, dot, question mark, space. So any one of these characters split by that, lowercase, and put them here. And now the value count, these are spaces, these are empty cells, it's counting them for us. Everything is lowercase, and I know the true count of the blue values, regardless of whether it was uppercase, lowercase, followed by comma, or not. Okay? Now let's do a real example with it. Now imagine doing this with this one. It's going to be a big mess, and you wouldn't know what's going on. Okay, so this is a real data set. The highlighting is the same thing. I've highlighted the formulas, so we only have 1, 2, 3 cells with a formula in them. What I did here is I did 2 things. First, I locked this range, so if I do this, it's going to tell me no, you're editing something that is protected. So I just, save myself from making such a mistake. And the other thing is that I put a comment here. So the data obtained on this date using this function. Okay, so I know where this data comes from. These are sitemap URLs, and I just pasted the values because I don't want to refresh every time and make these requests to the website. Okay, so this formula is, we don't know, but apparently it does the year, month, and day from this range. If I double click, it's the URLs. Okay, so what it does, it extracts a regular expression that matches. It looks like a date, 4 numbers / 2 digits / digit. And then it splits them, so that's why you have every value in a different cell, and runs this as an array formula on everything here. Okay, cool. Now, as you can see here, some of the values were not extracted and did not match the regular expression that we have. And there's a lot of those, okay? So either URLs do not have the dates in them, or there's something wrong with my regular expression. So let's take a look here, and you'll see this is a correct date, 2011, 10/24, 24, again, And here, 2013, 11.6. Okay. 424. Okay. So my regular expression assumes slash 4 numbers slash 2 numbers. So I assumed it would be like 2020 slash 01 slash 01. But apparently when the day or month are single digits, they just put it like this, 1 slash 1. So now I can fix my mistake. I can say the second digit is optional with a question mark, and the second digit here is optional. This has to be 4 digits. There's no question about it because it's the year. Okay. And now everything is updated. Okay. And now we can double check. We can filter, clear everything. Just keep the NA values. Yes, I want to do this. This is an ID, and then you have the name, the article title, and you can double check that the work is correct. Okay. Select all. Yes. Thanks for the warning. Another thing I did is extract the slug here with the this regular expression. So slash, anything but slash till the end, and extracted it here. I also have something that checks if it ends with a slash, with also a regular expression. So slash $, match the end. Does it end with a slash? And this is just to make sure that this regular expression is correct. And now these are false, but just to double check, give me the value counts in this column. And apparently everything here is false, which means that my regular expression is correct. All of these URLs do not end with a slash. That's why it's false. Okay. So now you can say, okay, give me the year 2023, for example. Yes, I want to do this, and you can see the months where let's insert histogram, for example. Let me just make this clearer with bin size, bucket size equals 1. Okay. So we can tell how many videos this website, these are all video sitemaps, by the way, how many videos they produced per month in the year 2023. You can see it over here. Okay. You can also count the words. So we have the word frequency function. Give me the word frequency here, where the delimiter is the dash character. Okay. So AI is the biggest topic here with 16 videos, price 12, 23, 11 times, features, and so on. Okay. So yeah, these are some tips that I hope can help with making your data reproducible, your work and with data reproducible. And I hope you find that useful. Thank you very much.